It is Monday morning. I'm shattered. I slept quite well, but time to go for first run of the week. Got a 14k coming up. So I'm going to get up, grab something to eat, something small, and get out.
So there was a change of plans straight away. Basically, the car garage called me when I was about to head out for a run. So my car's ready to collect. So I'm going to head to Ashford in a moment to get that. And what we're also going to do today is take my shoes back because the blisters they gave me, I just don't think it's worth it. Then when we get back, go out for another run, and that'll be a good day of training done. Movember have sent me some kit and I believe a razor. It's got a Gillette. What is this? Is this electric or it's heavy? Anyway, it's a wet razor. I was thrown off by the stand. I'll be using this later today to shave the beard off, get the tash in full flow for Movember. And then, okay, nice. Pair of socks with the tash on. Love a good pair of socks. And I need socks. And what we got? We got 2 tops, I believe. Nice. Oh, that's quality. I'll show you in a minute. I'll put it on. That's a sick top. Green's like my favourite colour as well. And I believe the next one is a tank top. Now, people from school know that I have worn a vest once with my family on holiday, and that picture got found on my mum's Facebook, and I got ripped to shreds for it for years, and it still crops up now. This will be the first time I've worn a vest since, but it's a Movember vest. I can't take the mick this time. Very nice. Thank you very much, Movember, and Harry Cleary from Movember in particular. You've been incredible this whole time. I appreciate you a lot. But this kit is lovely, and I look forward to training in it. So this is top number 1, sleeve top. Then you've got Movember on the back. I think that is perfect. I'll be wearing this a lot during training. Yeah, and the tank top's the same. It's just a sleeveless version. After trying the New Balance shoes once, albeit for a 25k, I decided to take them back and go back to my On Cloud runners. Just picked up the pair from Runner's World at Bluewater. I think they're a slightly newer model of the ones I had, so fundamentally still the same shoe, just some minor differences. But I tried them on the treadmill, they felt the same as my old ones. But obviously the sole's brand new, so that's not going to be collapsing at all, which is what was happening in my old pair that had done all the mileage. Next time I'll learn to replace them before 1,000 kilometers so I don't get injured. Go home now and can finally get out for my run, even though it is 3:30, which is a lot later than I was expecting. I got back from my run a few hours ago now. I managed 13.5k, I think. It was an alright run, but especially over the last couple of days, I've been struggling with my knees quite a lot. Annoyingly, it started literally on the first day of training. Pain on the outside of my knees that I've never experienced before, ever running, not once, even in my long runs. It's never been a problem. And typically, as soon as I start training for this Athens2London run, it starts immediately. Today, it was fairly bad. The last couple of days I've put up with it and just used it as kind of like mental training. But today it's got to a point where I think like my sports science head's kicking in a little bit, and I'm thinking I'm doing myself more harm than good. I'm getting the kilometers in, but I feel like I'm making my knees worse in the progress. And I get that I'm going to have to suffer with my knees a little bit and different things that will crop up during the run because it's not going to be smooth sailing. That's the whole point of this. It's a big challenge. But in training this early on, I think it's a silly idea to carry on running. So I'm going to take a couple days off, which I think's okay. See how I get on, potentially try and see a physio, but just do loads of stretching, ice my knees, get in cold baths, do anything I can to really speed up the recovery process because I haven't got that long in the grand scheme of things to train fully. It's just really frustrating. I've never had any problems when I've run and suddenly both my knees are shot. So I'm going to take a few days off and get back to training as soon as I can, really. One of the main reasons it's getting on my nerves is because my whole life I just whinge when I'm a little bit uncomfortable or something hurts, and my family joke that I'm over dramatic, and I am, and I do whinge a lot, and I really want to change it. I think I've done well to do nigh on 40 kilometers today and yesterday with the state that my knees are in. I'm sort of balancing between, right, get on with it, stop whinging, this is going to be part of the training, like the mental side. And on the other side, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's hurting and you want to run just for the mental side, but this is a little bit silly as well. You might make it worse. You're just going to escalate it to a point where you're not going to be able to run at all. So I'm trying to find a balance between the two. I think for now, I'll see how I feel in a couple of days and pick it up from there. Time is me to shave my beard off because I put a poll up on my Instagram last night and pretty much all of you said the beard's got to go. I shave off the main bulk of all this with my electric razor, and then I'm going to use this wet razor
that Movember have sent me to get the rest of it off. Clean shaven, I haven't done that in ages actually. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't even know about shaving cream actually. That might be a bit of a problem. I'll have a look. I like a little bit of stubble. Let me look for some shaving cream and then get started. I found some. The funny thing is, every year my dad buys me shaving cream for Christmas, puts it in my stocking. Last year I said, right, stop buying me this because I only use an electric razor now. But it's come through. I found it in a drawer. I think I've used this once maybe. I don't even know how old it is, maybe a couple years, maybe older to be honest, but it'll do the job hopefully. Right, excuse the state of me. I wasn't recording. Half done one side, half not done the other side. I'm like a weird, hairy Harvey Dent. But what I thought I'd do, right, actually no. Before I start talking, let me actually shave the rest of this off. Okay, I'm looking much better now. What I thought I'd do is, whilst I shave the rest of this stubble off, talking a little bit about why Movember, why it's important to me, why I've fundraised before. As I'm sure most of you know, if you don't, then here you go. Movember works around men's health, men's mental and physical health. Now, for me, growing up, as long as I can remember really, I've struggled with my mental health. I've always been quite a quiet guy and sort of kept to myself. In my friend groups, even now, I usually stick to the outside of the group. I kind of observe rather than being the main one in the middle. And I was like that at school, and so then in big groups, I don't know, I always kept to myself, kept my emotions to myself, and so I think at school I was quite an easy target for a lot of people. I'm not saying I necessarily got bullied at school, but I just struggled a lot with some of the bigger personalities there. I was very scared of any attention on me really. I would try and stay as unknown as possible so that people wouldn't have anything to really say about me. And as I got older, it probably got worse. I deal a lot with anxiety, and I've had certain depressive episodes. I don't have depression, I'm lucky that I don't, but I've had moments in life where I just felt incredibly low for various different reasons. But one of the other main things I struggle with is loneliness. I think that's probably related to being at school, just keeping to myself. That's kind of just been my general trend in life. I'm trying to think where I'm going with this. First of all, I need to figure out how to open this. How do I open this? Figure it out. I internalise, I don't know if that's what I mean. I just stay in my own head quite a lot, and that has resulted in me struggling with mental health quite a lot all throughout school, and then when I left school going to university. I mean, there's been periods in my life where I've cried every day for like a month straight just because I feel so alone and isolated from my friends, from family, just feeling like no one really understands me. It's kind of hard to explain, but effectively I know what it's like to be in a very low, dark place. I feel like you've got no one to talk to, no one to help you. And so the Movember cause is one that's incredibly close to my heart. Having had my own struggles, but also knowing my friends and family have gone through very similar things to me. So I effectively just want to be a part of helping to reduce that in the future. And basically, if I can help at least one person even get out of a rut or stop them from making a silly decision, just anything that's going to help anyone really, I want to be a part of that. Having struggled myself, I feel like it's part of my responsibility to then help others, whether it's those younger than me or even my friends, my family, or just a random person on the internet. Just if I can show that you're capable of anything, whether it's me running across Europe or just getting out of bed one day when you've been stuck in bed all week and haven't been able to go to work, and you suddenly gain the courage and the strength and the motivation to bring yourself out of that dark place, talk to someone, get help, just help yourself. I don't know if I'm being very clear in all this explanation, but I just want to do my bit in helping people to realise the strength of their mind and just get over hurdles that seem unscalable at the time and too hard to get around. I don't know if that makes sense. I just want to be open about my mental health, struggles that I've been through, and how it's possible to deal with it, grow from it, then help other people yourself in the future. That's my inspiration and motivation for doing the run. I feel like I'm learning to shave again for the first time. I haven't wet shaved genuinely in years. I feel like a 16-year-old boy trying to do it again for the first time. I'm hoping I don't cut myself, because I feel like I'm kind of on the verge of doing that, but so far no cuts. We're nearly there. It's so weird having such little hair on my face. Usually I've got stubble. There we go, that is the tash. Oh, bleeding a little bit, but I did a right job to be fair.